because like it might just be in wrong. So you can see if it's just set in wrong. You could try taking it out and try pushing it back in. Okay, that's hop big time.
I'm suddenly having difficulty and my gun is shooting blanks. Sasha, on the other hand, discovered that a cheap high-cap magazine is giving her no feeding issues and she's able to properly shoot BBs through her new Hopup.
That's cool.
That's right.
It shattered the BB. Did you see that?
I saw that.
What the f?
You know, it's not feeding right. It's not feeding right.
MAXX actually sells a line of nozzles that are pretty much meant to be paired with these Hopups. The Polarstar F2 nozzle works with the MAXX Hopup and completely removes feeding or firing issues because of one major reason. Look at how the nozzle sits inside of this Hopup. This is the resting position of my nozzle. Mechanically, AEG nozzles that aren't meant for the MAXX Hopup will sit outside and behind the Hopup, which might cause your worthy EPMs to jam BBs into your Hopup because of their strong springs and your crappy nozzle isn't air sealed enough to fight back.
Okay. It's a little all over the place.
Hey guys, so this isn't really the type of video I was planning on making when I had gotten to the field. That being said, rather than packing up my things, being sad, calling it a day, and going through a week of no uploading, I figured I'd record and document exactly what I'm going through. I want to find out why the MAXX ME Pro Hopup has let me down for the last time. Let me start off by saying this. Sasha and I both have the MAXX Hopup. We both have identical buckings at any given time. Furthermore, we are both using the Polarstar F2 engine inside our guns, which are both inside G&Gs. Yes, we are both struggling from the identical issue. Our BBs are flying all over the place, up, down, middle. There's no setting on the MAXX Hopup dial to get us out of this one. 1 minute it's overhopped and the next, no hop at all. For months and months and months, for dozens and dozens of videos, the MAXX ME Pro has served me well in the warmer months. But ever since mid-October to present day, the cold Canadian air has begun to completely ruin anything that has worked for me in the past. To combat this, I picked up the G&G Green, which is a cold-resistant bucking for the both of us. I went ahead and flat-hopped it properly for our setups. Go ahead and look this bucking up. People love this bucking. It's one of the best. It seems that my Prometheus flat-hopped purple bucking just couldn't do the job for me, which is fine. It's a slightly different material and the cold weather was causing it to contract, stiffen up, or whatever a soft bucking does in the cold weather. My Promi purple will probably go back into my gun once the warm weather returns. The G&G Green is designed for cold weather in mind. After swapping in the G&G Green and seeing negative results, it seems what I discovered is that this issue runs much deeper than just the bucking. Fully disassembled, here's our troublesome Hopups. Both identical except for one minor detail. I'm using a silicone nub, while she's using the more traditional orange nub material. Both neither seem to be making a difference. This brings me back to our old friend, the MAXX ME Pro Hopup unit. Here's my theory, which I'll be testing in the next video. This Hopup is fully metal. In the warm weather, this Hopup unit probably acts normally. I mean, I would know, I've been using it exclusively up until the cold weather came around. When the air turns cold, this metal chamber shrinks or chills every other important piece of what makes a functional Hopup. My biggest hope is that swapping this chamber out for the stock G&G plastic chamber will fix any of those issues. It's not so much that I'm adopting some belief that all metal chambers are bad in the winter, because there are plenty of people out at the field who use machined metal chambers all year round. But this one in particular, it might not be well designed in some way I'm not understanding, causing it to completely shut down in the cold weather. Let me also add that this is my first winter using the MAXX Hopup with a noticeable drop in air temperature. Normally, I'd be upset, but here's the good news. I'm using HPA. The problem has to be my Hopup, nothing else. There's no misbehaving gearbox to worry about here. Just for good measure, I'll also be lubing up my F2 engine before hitting the field again next week. I don't know if anyone else is going through or has been going through a similar dilemma, maybe even with a different Hopup chamber. I'm also fully aware that Airsoft in the winter is a completely different ballgame. But if everyone's gun was shooting like mine right now, nobody would be playing. I am sorry that there wasn't any official gameplay this week, but at the same time, we have a gun problem here, and I'm eager to solve it. Next week, I'll be taking this gun out to the field and testing it out with a different Hopup chamber. That is the G&G stock Hopup, flat hopped and ready to go. As a backup, I also do have 2 spare stock Crytac Hopups, which for many people, including myself, can vouch for. I'm really not a professional when it comes to this tech stuff, and I try my best not to pretend like I know more than I do. If it comes to it, I might make a whole nother video talking about plastic and metal Hopups, maybe some misconceptions, internet beliefs, Hopups to try, as well as Hopups to stay away from, clearly. I'll save that for another time though, but just know it might be coming. Let me just say this. Sometimes it's not about how fancy the Hopup sounds when it's advertised. It's also very important to note that the price tag of your Hopup, or the Hopup you're interested in, doesn't always reflect how it's going to perform inside of your gun. Please, just use what works. Every gun is different, and not every Hopup is meant for every gun. There are many Hopups out there that might work for one person, but be a complete disaster for another. It might even come down to the fact that the cold air here in Canada is just that much of a factor, compared to your average day of Airsoft down in sunny California, for example. Maybe once this is all said and done, we'll uncover the truth. I'll see you guys next time.
Oh man. Huh.